For this one, we're going to take a look at how to create the viral pixel stretch effect in Photoshop. So with that being said, let's jump straight in. So the first thing you want to do is you want to unlock your layer so we can actually edit it. And if you go down to the second tool, you can right click and get yourself the single row tool. If you click anywhere on this image, this will only select one single pixel in a horizontal line. So from here, we can press M on our keyboard. And if we hold Alt or Option key, we can subtract the selection. Since we only want the subject to be selected, we just want to subtract the background. And then from here, we can press Control or Command and J. And this will duplicate the image or the single pixel row. And if we press Control or Command and T, we can now stretch this pixel. If you hold Alt and Shift at the same time, this will maintain and only stretch the image up and down. If we press Enter, this may take a little bit of time. And as you can see, we now have this single row pixel. From here, we can press 5 on our keyboard, which will lower it down to 50%. And now we can see both the background and the pixel. So from here, if we press Control or Command and T once again for the free transform, you can right click and you can use any of these distortion tools or options such as perspective, distort, anything else that you want to use. But the best one is definitely warp. This one gives you a lot more freedom to be able to warp this. We want to create a single horizontal line right here because we want it to stay fixed on this area. And we want to create another one in the middle. And this will allow us to change and edit the one at the top without it affecting the one at the bottom. Adjust the points. Let's say we want this one to be nice and smooth. We can correct it here. We can align this one a little bit better. We can also apply another one down here, and this one will go slightly further out, right up to here. We are just going to drag it in the bottom right corner, like so. We could keep it simple. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. Once you're happy with the changes, you could press Enter, and we can now press 0 on our keyboard, and this will bring it back to 100%. From here, we also want to hide this layer. You want to select the one underneath it and press Control or Command and J, because we need to also remove the background from this one. So we can separate it by bringing back the contextual taskbar. If you don't have this open, it is in Window and the contextual taskbar. We can just remove the background while selecting the one above, and then just simply place this one in between the background and the cutout. And straight away, this is already looking awesome. Now, to take this one step further and enhance this even more, you can change the overall effect of that pixel stretch. So let's say we wanted to add in something like, let's say normal. We can go down to multiply, litten. Litten is okay, screen, but color dodge and these other ones stand out a lot more. Let's say we wanted to go further down, and I would personally say color dodge is the best one. Another technique is if you select the background, you can also get yourself another layer above this one, and you can either select a solid color, a gradient, or you can also go with a gradient map. Let's say we wanted a solid color of a purple. We can apply it onto here. And then if you once again go into the effects, you can go through and see which one looks great. You will either want to mess around with the effects which enhance the lighting, or you want the ones that will blend with the background. So for me, I would say overlay actually looks really interesting. Let's say that you've got yourself an object or a subject which isn't exactly horizontal or perfectly straight. Now in this case, we would once again, same as before, go to the second tool, get yourself the single row tool, and then just left click. We are going to press M on our keyboard and just subtract the background. So once again, press Control or Command and J. And then same as before, Control or Command and T. And then we are going to stretch this once again to right about here. But once you press apply, there we go. Press 5 once again to lower it to 50%. And we just want to stretch this one a little bit further out so it reaches the edges. You can hold Shift So from here, once again, we can right click, go down to warp, and this time we can apply 1 on the skateboard so it doesn't move from here. And we want to once again create an interesting S shape. So we can apply 1 at the top and then 1 at the bottom right here. Now the great thing about this is you can select multiple points at the same time. So if you hold Shift and then select a different point, you can move all of these pixels at the same time. So this just helps to keep everything neatly organized and create this effect. You can also select both points, and if you wanted to, you can drag this in and this will shrink it down and make it look like the effect is going further away. So for this one, we want to have a little bit thinner, but we want to also adjust this one. With the one at the top, we want to drag this one a little bit to the right and then make it bend at the top right here. Shrink this down and then also shrink this one down as well. Press apply or enter once you're happy with the changes. And once again, for this one, we want to press 0 for the opacity. We can once again select the background, press Ctrl or Command and J. You want to duplicate it and then remove the background. Now, sometimes it may not include everything. It didn't seem to pick up the skateboard, but that's completely fine because we can always adjust the mask and correct it by using the object selection tool. We can simply select the object, and then by selecting the mask, we can use the brush tool on a white color and then just bring this back. And there we go. Same as before, you want to drag this in between, and we're just going to make this a little bit more immersive by hiding his arm behind this pixel stretch. If you select this layer, we can hold Ctrl or Command and then left click on the thumbnail. We can then use the brush tool, and with a black color, we can just paint this on the arm at the top. And there we go. That is looking great. Like I said before, if you wanted to, you can make this look even better by applying some other effects, such as a gradient map. This one just allows you to really play around with the colors and the background, increase the blue, and then just change the purple a little bit. There we go. That is looking really good. Once again, we can select the pixel stretch and we can apply a effect. So in this case, overlay looks okay. Vivid light definitely stands out the most out of all the other effects. And then finally, the very last tip that you can use is if you wanted to, you can select the pixel layer or the pixel stretch. And if you want to make it fade at the top or at the bottom, you can use the gradient tool. And if you get yourself a mask on the pixel stretch, by selecting a basic black and white, you can apply it onto here, and this will make it fade depending on where you want it to start. So if you want to make it fade at the bottom, you can move it here, or if you want to make it fade at the top, you can rotate, and then you can also adjust where you want it to be. Now in this case, it makes more sense at the top. This looks a lot better, like so. You can also use the brush tool as well and apply it anywhere else, such as the bottom, as long as you have a hardness on 0% and then a really large pixel size for the brush. We can just apply it onto here and just make it fade away. And that's pretty much it.